Celebrate the excitement of All-Star Weekend in a brand new event in my career, All-Star Takeover, presented by State Farm. Head over to the event center all weekend long, get transported to the court in LA, and earn double rep and prizes. All of the players in this event will be taking over with 99 overall stats and max badges. Plus, when there's a minute left in each quarter, light things up from the 4-point State Farm logo zones to really stack up those points. Bring your all-star allies for 5-on-5 action with Jake from State Farm rooting you on from the sideline. Prove your all-star abilities by taking over this event. Work your way up the prize tiers, and maybe, just maybe, you might take home some unlimited skill boosts. See all of you at the event center. We're back with an all-new episode of NBA 2K TV, and it's a big weekend in the NBA because the All-Star events are here. And guess what? You can also see these events inside 2K.
Ooh, I can't wait for that, but I'm also looking forward to one All-Star that's doing double duty over the weekend. I don't know if you've ever heard of him, Steph Curry.
That's right. He'll be stepping off the court and onto the red carpet, making his Hollywood debut.
And we caught up with him while he was recording for his movie. Check it out. Seven, welcome back to NBA 2K TV. Now, this is a full circle moment because I first interviewed you and Aisha 10 years ago exactly for the cover of 2K16 in New York City.
So crazy.
And so now I'm working for 2K and I'm interviewing you again. 3 championships later, 2 kids, Unanimous Media. Congratulations on everything.
Thank you.
You have a movie coming out with Unanimous Media in association with Sony Pictures, GOAT. So tell me how GOAT came about and why an animated movie.
Well, having kids, you kind of think about what, they thrive on. So the animation was one that was kind of centered around a little bit of the themes that have been a part of my life. Being the underdog, being underrated, being the small kid, scrawny kid that was kind of overlooked coming up and finding an opportunity. And obviously working with all of the amazing talent that we have, putting this project together. Is the dream come true, to be honest. I remember growing up watching, the who's who of movies, and you want to be now in that position where you get to inspire the next generation with a story that I think can resonate with everybody.
Bah.
With feeling.
Bah.
There are also some millennial references when I watched the trailer. The what's up?
There's a lot of the bringing as much of the real world into this animated world that's really kind of edgy, something that every generation can kind of find something that they might laugh at, and the next person looks on and then you have conversation starters.
For sure. You mentioned that GOAT follows an underdog. At what point in your career did you not feel like the underdog?
17 years in, I still feel that way. Maybe the first time I acknowledged it was after the second MVP, but the spirit of what goes into my game, and I think why I've been able to extend, this longevity is because I still have that underdog in my DNA. The way that I try to work, I have a lot more to accomplish, but nothing to prove. But that accomplished part is still that driving force that keeps me going. So I don't ever want to lose it in my head, even though the resume might say something different.
In GOAT, you voice act.
Yes.
You're Lenny, right?
Lenny the giraffe. Don't look now. There's a baby goat walking towards us with a weird smile on his face.
I was looking on your IMDb page, and I was trying to figure out if you've done this before.
I've done things where you either played a caricature version of yourself or, lended your voice to something, but to have the experience of voice acting a character like Lenny, when you're in a studio and you're, trying to bring this character to life, it brings everything out of you, which was a really cool experience. I started finding other ways to be creative.
Lenny is a rapper.
Olivia, stop trying to put me on Front Street. His character is kind of not a class clown, but he brings a different energy in the locker room.
I hear you're quite funny.
I try. A little dry humor, a little witty, but
I was surprised.
I'm not gonna be like a stand-up comic or anything like that by any stretch. But I like to have fun. Let's put it that way.
If you could be an animal or describe your personality as an animal, what would it be?
So my favorite animal is like an elephant. My wife always says I'm a slow walker. Oh, so it's like
those are the worst.
Exactly. So like that's the one physical character trait. I don't know. I feel like I'm like a worker bee too, kind of vibe, where you're always on the go, always doing something. Don't really know how to sit still. Wildly different references.
It is.
But
and in personality, like type B in certain situations and type A in other situations.
Very much. No, this is like therapy now. We're working on some stuff.
In Japan culture, it's called ikigai, when you're like, oh, you know?
I read the book, yeah.
I love that. All right, so you have so many hobbies, a ton of businesses. Why did you want to create a production company?
Leveraging basketball and the audience and the platform that I have, I knew from an authenticity standpoint, faith, family, and sports was something that I knew I would be able to resonate with people. A lot of stuff originally was centered around me, but in the idea of we can now bring in other voices or bring a smile to somebody's face or inspire somebody, like that's life's work.
You have so many things. How much time does it take to like produce a movie, like go do other things off the court?
That's part of the worker bee mentality, I guess. And obviously you have to have a great team around you to do that. I haven't won in championships without a great team around me. Sometimes it feels like work, honestly, but sometimes, most of the time, it feels like fun, where you're doing stuff that you want to be doing, and been blessed to have such a solid foundation of things that I want to be able to do after the NBA is done.
In real life, you make video game style shots.
Yeah.
Curry fires. Oh, Stephen Curry.
So in 2K, if you make a basket, you're greening. They call it greening.
Yeah.
So in real life Steph or 2K Steph, who would win a shot competition?
We talked about 2016 and being on the cover, and now, like, as the ratings have gone up, like 99 from three and all that type of stuff, I still feel like the real version would win. So I'm taking
like
myself over myself. It's weird.
So one of the most popular moves in 2K is called the Curry crossover.
Funny now, these new generation of kids coming through, like telling me like I've been working on this move and they named it after you.
So your shot, your Curry crossover, like all of this stuff is gonna be for you in the game forever. And so how does that feel for you, your legacy on the court in this video game?
This is like a cool time capsule. That's a way to experience, the NBA and what you saw on court and being able to bring that home in a video game and that whole deal. So I'm like 20, 30 years with my grandkids, sitting down telling them stories about about the game while we're playing the game. So it'd be cool.
The game will put you like gray, everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Last question. So in MyTEAM, you can pick 5 players all time, and now you can pick WNBA players.
Yeah.
So we usually ask like, what's your all-time starting 5 in MyTEAM? But we wanted to ask you all-time underrated starting 5 because GOAT's coming out.
Drew Holiday, he was always my first answer. Seth Curry.
Okay.
This is a weird answer, but Sabrina Ionescu, even though she's kind of that, I feel like anderated because of her journey, but people might not see it the same way.
Yeah.
But we vibe off of that. Andre Iguodala.
Okay.
And Andrea Stinson.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody knows that name from the Charlotte Sting. That's a wild, all over the place top 5 for you.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Steph.
Absolutely. Appreciate you.
It's time to celebrate the All-Star festivities for a week of big-time excitement in MyTEAM.
We've got the players you voted for and exciting new player cards to bring to your MyTEAM lineup just in time for All-Star Weekend.
All-Star packs are bringing the starters, reserves, and stars of All-Star Saturday night.
The starters will all be 99 overall Dark Matters, and every player in MyTEAM is going to want to share the court with the All-Star MVP, who will be added after the weekend as a 100 overall collection reward.
The festival is on now to celebrate, and 100 overall Yao Ming is yours if you collect them all.
A perennial favorite, ready to be the larger-than-life star of your lineup.
Collect event cards for the festival by playing in games. Look for challenges and special rewards in All-Star Team Up and Triple Threat Park, and also when you open packs.
Dark Matter Zach LaVine will shoot the lights out. Domantas Sabonis can facilitate from the post, and Victor Oladipo can slash through the defense.
And big-time collectors will be after the post-fading prowess of 100 overall Dirk Nowitzki.
feature these amazing new All-Star player cards and a lot more to expand your collection and be the best in MyTEAM.
Welcome to Expert Tips. I'm Mike Wang, Gameplay Director for NBA 2K. Today we're talking all things defense in NBA 2K26. When you want to guard the player that is closest to the ball, press the Swap Player button. Want to guard a specific player? Simply press the icon Swap Bumper, then choose the player's icon closest to the player you'd like to defend. Holding the left trigger will increase your defensive intensity and allow you to initiate contact. This works both on ball or off ball. You can also hold the sprint trigger to move faster. To crowd the ball handler, move toward them with intense D held. New to 2K26 is a variety of defensive upgrades, like more organic body bumps and free-flowing collisions. You'll be able to defend your opponent with much greater proficiency thanks in large part to the new Pro Play motion engine used in 2K26. On-ball defenders move much more naturally this year and can cut and plant with much greater precision thanks to Pro Play and the new motion tech. Next, let's discuss contesting a shot. If you're in great position directly in front and close to the shooter, your best bet is to hold the right stick up to wall up and play a non-jumping contest. But if you're gapped off the shooter or closing out late, it's best to press the block button to leave your feet and try to get your hand closer to the shooter's eye line. The next tip is for perimeter defenders. If your matchup is over-dribbling or leaving the ball exposed, press the steal button to try and poke the ball free. With the intense D trigger released, you can also use the right stick to control whether you reach with your left or right hand, and if you want to try a dig steal or a strip. Reaching with the hand closest to the ball, move the stick to the left for your left hand and to the right for your right hand. Using the dig or strip steals at the proper time will boost your chances compared to pressing just the steal button. As a counter to steals, NBA 2K26 allows you to play quick protect moves by tapping the left trigger. You can also use the quick protect mechanic to put defenders in jail and hold them on your hip or back, making it easier to probe the court and get an open look at the basket. Lastly, pay attention to the 3 adrenaline bars in your player indicator. Every time you attempt to steal or block, you'll consume one of the bars. When they're all used up, your defensive attributes will drop severely, making you much less effective on the defensive end for the rest of the possession. Use your energy wisely so you don't get beat on the defensive end. That's about it for defense. Now get out there and shut down your opponents, and I'll see you next time for more expert tips.
Oh yeah, it's time to get on the train for your top plays of the week. Scott Moak here, public address announcer of the Sacramento Kings. And the plays? Pulling into the station. All aboard! First stop is the theater with exclusive 185. Deflects the ball for a turnover, runs the floor off the ball, and sprints in to slam home a double alley-oop, flashing the legend Aerial Wizard and soaring to the rim. Almost enough flight time to show a movie. By the way, pass me some of that movie theater popcorn. Now approaching the proving grounds with Benji. Game on the line. A timeout leaves only 0.4 on the clock. Runs into the paint, elevates, and flushes home the go-ahead basket. It took a series of solid plays, an above-the-rim thriller, and no more time to spare. Speaking of, it's time to vote. Time to choo-choo choose. Which play moves you? Maybe it's the long-jumping double lob or the clutch throwdown against the clock. I've got an equally tough choice ahead. The dining car has 3 dinner options. I wonder what Slamson's eating. He always has a ton of energy, you know? See you at the station.
Next week, we'll be bringing you highlights from All-Star and a chance at some extra VC.
That's right, we'll have another 2K TV interactive special for you, so make sure you brush up on all your All-Star trivia just in case.
Just in case, because you never know. And we'll also be tipping off Season 5.
That's right, so get out there, finish Season 4 strong with those wins, and we'll see you on the courts.